Friends, welcome into the TexAgs Rewind presented by Specs, picking up notes of oak, vanilla, and savings. From fan favorites to small batch gems, pour yourself a deal during the whiskey sale at Specs. The fun starts here. I like doing fun voices here on the program. It's Tuesday, and McKinley Polansky making her return to the social chair, as I mess up that word. What did you enjoy about the show today?
Okay, two things. I really enjoyed Josh Pate. I like listening to him talk about college football.
But what in particular? That's how we do things.
A&M, of course.
Zero.
I'm glad he highlighted Cassius Howell because that was absolute cinema.
Okay. Well said.
And then also Ryan Harris, former Notre Dame player. I really liked listening to what he had to say about A&M and how he feels going into this weekend.
That filled my cup. Good job, McKinley. All right, Nick Savage. Now you tell me.
Yeah, McKinley took like everything, but I'll go with Jamie McCoy because how can you not enjoy any time he comes on the show? But I like his attitude as well. He wasn't, like you mentioned at the beginning of the interview, Jamie's usually like, we're going to win by 60 points. But today he was like, slow down there.
The camera's on me for some reason. So
I'm done talking. Yeah.
Okay. Just watch the rewind.
Well, I hope so. I hope I don't miss any because there are so many now. You have to really go through every single game to and think who are the Aggies on this team. I will say first, Jalen Jones has a hamstring injury for the Colts. Got that. They're going to be hurting if he's hurt at all and can't play, which it sounds like he's going to be out at least a week. And you worry about those soft tissue injuries. And Shamar Turner last night was inactive and did not play. He was just getting his feet back under him after his injury. But I had shout out to Mike Evans, 5 catches for 51 yards. He keeps doing what he does. And I thought Braden Mann for a few times as he punted great against the Cowboys. For the Eagles, he had 3 kicks for a 48.7-yard average. 2 of those 3 kicks ended up inside the 20. Thought he played awfully well. Number 3, Nnamdi Matabuke had 6 tackles and a sack in the Ravens' loss. It wasn't his fault that they let the Bills come back and complete that comeback in what might be the best game of the year. 2, Myles Garrett, again, not his fault that the Browns couldn't kick a field goal and couldn't do more on offense. 2 sacks, 5 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. He almost had 3 in a row. And I don't know if you guys saw the comments of he was just trying to do his best impression of our Aggies. So almost had 3 in a row, which would have been a really cool feat to have 3 in a row on Saturday and 3 in a row on Sunday. And then number 1, Edrin Cooper, unbelievable against the Lions, led the team with 12 tackles, was all over the field. I think Michael Parsons is really going to help him. Just a great game by Edrin Cooper.
If they were going to trade Micah,
Gotta get Edge.
That's the guy that you said. If you want Micah Parsons,
give us Edge. Yep.
Edge.
I think I heard most of that conversation. Go all time. Just go back 50 years, whatever. Go back in the color TV era, all of A&M's road games. I know that since it's so recent, if they go win Saturday, people are really hesitant to say, oh, this is one of the biggest wins in the history of this program on the road. But if we're trying to establish a new culture under a second-year head coach, if we're trying to announce our arrival on the national stage, if we're trying to establish an identity of A&M football, and we're going on the road against a desperate Notre Dame team, top 10 team, I don't even know what the AP has them, but that is a top 10 team. You're doing it in South Bend. It's primetime game, right? So it's 7:30 kickoff. It doesn't really get much bigger than that. Like, I don't care if you play football for a million years, you're not going to get, I don't know why I sound mad. You're not going to get a ton of results that are more impactful than that. So let's win the game first.
Yeah.
But afterwards, I would vote it way up there, David. I don't know. I'd have to look at the Wikipedia page, but I'd vote it way up there.
2012 A&M at Alabama, obviously for me, is number 1 in my lifetime. I'm sure there's other ones. I think 94, they went to LSU and kicked that butt. But the last time A&M won a road game against a ranked team was 2014 South Carolina. So this year, that's why there's been hesitation with A&M from Aggies especially about this year. Can they be special? Yes, they can, but they've got to end that streak, and that needs to start this weekend.
Yeah, that's the talk and talk and talk. It happens for months. We do it. I'm not mad at it, but one afternoon of football is worth more than 6 months of talking. So that goes for expectations too. 4 quarters of football, 3.5 hours on a Saturday evening. That's more important than what you've thought from January through August. And so you cannot overemphasize, you cannot overstate enough the value of that stuff. And really, a 4-quarter game, as we've learned throughout history, that's really going to come down to a couple of key drives, a couple of key decisions, which has always fascinated me about this sport. The guys' legacies are defined by a couple of moments, really, for most of them. A team, their destiny is going to be defined by a few key moments in games like these, and you spend your entire life, it feels like, getting ready for them. We spend our entire years talking about them, and that's why it feels the way it feels, because we don't play 162 of these games. We play 12 of them, and you don't even play 12 that feel like this one will feel Saturday. I hope everyone who can possibly get a ticket there, I hope everyone on the beat who could possibly secure a credential is going up there, because that is as special a place as you will ever visit. It is my number one favorite place to go in all of college football.
Talking to Ryan Harris here on TexAgs Live. Ryan, talk to me about what a night game is like in South Bend, because I've been to night games in the SEC. It's crazy. Am I going to expect a similar environment when I get to South Bend?
You cannot put the expectation of what you guys do at Texas A&M on anybody, let alone Notre Dame. It's going to be a fun environment, but it is something where it's going to be loud. There's lots of people coming, and no doubt there'll be plenty of Aggies running around in your Columbia shirts. I love it. I almost got one. But at the end of the day, for players, night games are tough because you're sitting there watching football all day. You drink 8 Gatorades, and all of a sudden it's time to go and be under the lights. But fortunately for Notre Dame and A&M, they're used to playing under the lights. You do love it when the game starts, but it feels like an entire year until you get to that first snap.
Ryan, I believe, I think I remember covering you with the Texans. I think you were there at the end of the 2012 season and the 2013 season. And then I know you played with Cougs back in Denver. So talk to me a little bit about Gary Kubiak. He's a great Aggie, and just your time with him.
Gary Kubiak's my favorite Aggie of all time. He has put together more championship careers and more careers for players than I think anybody will realize. I believe he's a Hall of Fame coach. And what made him so great is that he played the game. So he would always immerse himself with players. He would be honest with players, and he wanted his players to be accountable. And he had a fantastic offense, a fantastic schedule. He understood, and one thing schedule-wise he would do, he said, hey, after every 4 games, I'm going to cut the schedule down 15 minutes. And so that allowed us to get more body work as the season went on. And he just had the best way of framing things. I'll never forget after we won the AFC championship, he calls us into our team meeting, he goes, guys, I'm going to give you 3 days off, and then I need your focus for 12 days. I need you for 12 days, and heck, I'll drink a beer with you. And he was right. He did. So he was the best coach, and he said something that no other coach said. He said, men, play fast. There are no mistakes on that field. If you make a mistake, that's on us as coaches, and we'll correct it the next day. Don't let that stop you. You play fast and let your personality show, and that's why we won Super Bowl 50.
Are you leaning, because you're an Aggie, and you're an optimistic Aggie, I think. Are you leaning towards A&M's going to go on the road and do what people don't think they can do? Or are you leaning like, man, I still got to see some more before I really buy in?
I would say I'm in the middle of both, because on one hand, I think they're going to go on the road and do what they need to do, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as that. I don't think we just go out there and dominate them. One, they're coming off of a loss and a bye where they've had nothing but 14 days of their coach yelling at them, saying what they need to improve on and how they can be better. So we got an uphill task in that. But at the same time, we haven't necessarily gone out and done what we need to do to look our best. So I think we're dealing with the same thing on the practice field and in the locker room with Elko, having to get our boys in shape and know, hey, these are the weaknesses y'all put on tape. You got to expect that Notre Dame is going to come out here and put it to the test, so you know what you're going to be uphill against. So I'm hoping that the guys know that, hey, we know what we're getting into, and we got to come out here and kind of beat the odds, defeat the odds, go against everything that you know that has been said bad about you. But I think we got the skill and the will to go out there and do that. So I think that we go out there and we show up to the test.
Jamie, Mario Craver's averaging 18 yards per catch. He's got already 236 yards receiving. He's on pace to have over 1,000 yards, which hasn't been done here since 2016. And I haven't even got to Casey yet. Casey's coming. But just like, I mean, we'll see what he does against that incredible secondary at Notre Dame. But just talk about this trajectory that he is on.
I think it's awesome. I mean, it's an astonishing stat to know that none of our receivers have gone over 1,000 with all of the talent that we've brought into the team. But for Mario to be on this output so far, it's just a testament to one, Marcel being able to get a new guy in and acclimated. And
all right, Polanski, tell the people what to do, but you have to tell them rule number 2 before you tell them rule number 1. Go.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Oh, you did the math really well there.
Yeah. Follow us on every social media platform.
And tell your friends about it.
Yeah.
No, I want you to tell your friends about it.
Oh, me tell my friends.
Text somebody right now.
Okay. I'll text someone.
No, like now. Like on the air. Okay, maybe not.
I'm scared.
We'll see you next time. Bye.